Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander. I'm here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Today we are doing a psychic night, and I have my co-host, Barbara. Are you there, Barbara?
Yes, hi, I'm here. Hey,
hi.
Everybody.
You're delayed.
Hi.
You're on a delay from the flight.
Yes, I'm so glad that we have the delay, so I could be here with you guys.
Okay.
Oh,
and
so glad to. Hey.
Us too. Now, we also have my co-host, Kelly. Are you there, Kelly?
Yeah, hi, everyone.
Hi, Kelly.
Okay.
Hi.
And basically, because it's a psychic night, we have Karen Page. Are you there, Karen?
I am here, Jonathan. How are you?
Now, good. Now, being that the guest today that was bought by Kelly, why don't you introduce her?
Okay, thank you. This is a friend of Brian's, and her name is Rachel, and I'm looking forward to meeting her as well and learning, about her. And I've heard great things, so that's always a good thing to hear, great things about people. So I guess here we are. Yeah. I don't want to give anything away, so I'll just leave it at
No,
that.
please don't.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. What a great gift to, offer Rachel, because it's a really great gift, and I hope that you enjoy it. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, how is everyone tonight?
Not
Great.
a single
Good.
complaint, sweetheart. Every day is a good day.
Yes, it is.
How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, actually. I've had a blessed day, and I'm honored to be on the show with all of you tonight, so thank you for inviting me.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Yeah.
By the way, you probably should get your passport ready because it feels like you're going to be doing a lot of traveling, my friend.
Well, I would certainly look forward to that.
Wow, I mean a lot of traveling. It's so interesting. It feels like it's funny because I went through a period where I felt like I lived out of a suitcase. And that's kind of what it feels like is coming up for you. You're going to be doing an enormous amount of traveling, but it feels like it's a combination of two things, work and pleasure.
Yeah, that's actually very likely to happen. There's maybe some traveling that I might potentially be doing for work, and then I just
you're absolutely going to be doing it. That was when I heard your voice. It's like, wow, you need to make sure that you've got your bags packed at all time because you're going to be on the road again. I mean, it feels like a lot.
That'll be exciting.
You're going to love this, and I just want you to promise me you will take 1,000 pictures because this will
I sure will.
Yes, you will work a lot. And yes, you're going to be pooped sometimes, but this will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you.
Well, let's share Instagrams, and then I can send you some pics from my wonderful adventures.
Oh, you are gonna love this, and it's in a lot of interesting ways. It's going to change your life. It'll give you a whole new perspective. You're going to really love this.
Well, I'm always looking to broaden my perspective, so that sounds good.
Yes, that's one of the main reasons I want you to take the pictures, because it will be such an eye-opening opportunity. And some of it you're going to go, you're going to laugh. You're going to go, what is wrong with these people? What is wrong with them? And I just want to laugh because you seem you're speaking perfect English, and they say they do too, and they know exactly the reason you're there, and this is supposed to be a meeting of the minds to work through something, right? And it's like all of a sudden they come out, they sort of go left on you, and you're thinking, what in the world happened to them? And you are going to become the peacemaker in a lot of ways, a problem
okay, well,
solver.
that's good to know. That's good to know.
Absolutely.
I can prepare myself for that. May I ask you a question?
You can ask me anything you want, sweetheart.
Well, thank you. So, do you perceive that this travel is mainly going to be work-based in terms of my mundane career, or do you think it's going to be more based on my spiritual vocation that I have?
Well, it feels like it starts out connected to your mundane career. That's such a brilliant way to put it, by the way. But it doesn't feel like that is what winds up happening. It's going to open the door for what you really want to do.
Okay.
But it will answer a tremendous amount of questions that you have connected with that. You won't have to wonder anymore how to get there from here. You'll like it. It's going to open so many doors for you. I can't even begin to tell you. Do you remember
thank you. I appreciate
Do you remember when I said to you, the first thing I said to you, it'll be work and pleasure?
Mhm.
Because the personal part of the journey will be so much more than what you expect. But it doesn't start out being that way. You're going to think, oh, okay, sure, I'll go, and I can do that. But my God, what you come out of that with is a gift beyond what you could imagine.
Well, hopefully it's a gift that I can share with the world.
And it will be. And it will be. But it will come through the least likely door. You will be utterly astonished at how it winds up opening that door for you to accomplish that.
Well, I'll just keep my mind open, and we'll see what opportunity knocks.
Oh, it'll blow your mind. And you will come back it will become a life-changing experience for you. You're also going to move from where you're living. That will be triggered by this trip. That will be the instigation of it.
Will it be a domestic move, or will it be an international move?
Well, you're going to domestically, you will be living in a different place because of the shift in vocation. Didn't you like the way I said that? But it will not limit you to traveling and spending a great deal of time in other countries. It feels like you're going to do what I did for many years. I had 3 different homes in 3 different countries. One here, one in Europe, wherever I was living, and one in Brazil. And
wow.
Yeah, and it kind of feels like that's what you're going to do. It's going to open that door. Do you remember I said to you in the beginning you're going to feel like you're living out of a suitcase?
I've already had that experience, so I can't say I'm necessarily looking forward to that part of it.
You will love this because on an emotional and spiritual level, it's a completely different foundation. So you're going to be a happy camper.
Well, that's nice to know. It is.
This
interesting to process all this.
Well, you've been in an interesting place for the last 3 or 4 years. I'm not talking about physically place. I'm talking about in an emotional place. It has been a very, very strange period for you. And I always call it the adult growing pains portion of the program, you know. But you finally given yourself permission to be open to doing what your soul has always wanted to do. And
that is very true.
Well, it's crystal clear to me that that's what what people will think the intention of this travel is not what it will represent for you. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
I do know what you mean.
I know you do, because it feels like you will go because that's your job and this is what you're supposed to be doing and blah, blah, blah. But that is, you will come back a very different person. This trip will actually feed your soul. And
what I have found. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it will open that door that you have dreamt of for many, many, many years and are finally saying, what the heck are you waiting for?
Well, I definitely like that.
Yep. Well,
I have been working really hard for a long time to open some spiritual doors, and I feel like they're on the horizon. So I have been waiting for that breakthrough to occur.
It is right here. And when these, because I can't say a trip, it feels like when these trips, because it feels like it's one after another, and they just sort of like tie in together. And it's coming very shortly. I'm talking about in a matter of a few weeks. And you're going to go, just take a deep breath and kind of go, okay, I'm all packed, you know. And you will, from the first trip that you take, and you'll be with somebody else. You're not going to be by yourself. But they will have absolutely not the slightest clue what the impact of this will be for you. Because it is, as the girls always know, I say it's an inside job.
Well, I have found oftentimes the most transformational work is done in secret, even though many other people see it as something that's quite normal.
Isn't that the absolute truth, though? Because it is an inside job. If we don't change what goes on between our ears and our soul, if that is not the intention, because everything we do, the result of that is based on the truth of our intention, the purity of it. And you know, every time I hear somebody say, I'm trying, you know, trying's like being pregnant. You either are or you're not. You know? So you're trying to do what? Change your life? No, just change your life. Flip that switch between your ears and do it.
That's right. That's right. That's what Yoda says, do or not do. There is no try.
That's exactly right. And I look at this, and because you finally truly have given yourself permission to blossom spiritually all of these opportunities will present themselves to you. I just got chills all over me when I say this to you. It will, all of them will present themselves, and they will come through very unexpected doors.
So is there anything that I can do in particular to prepare myself, to kind of till the field for the transformation that is to come?
You have done it. You've done it. The day that you made that commitment and said, "What the heck am I waiting for?" that conversation you had in your head.
Mhm.
It's like, because you have been, excuse me, unhappy, and I don't want to say frustrated. Unhappy is a better description, with not being true to yourself. And finally, it's like, this is not going to be a secret anymore. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It's none of their business, because your intentions are very pure, and they are to help other people. And that's exactly what this door is going to open for you. And you are going to be, it's funny because it really feels like, what the heck am I waiting for? I mean, every day that would pass by, this has been your dream for years. And all of a sudden, that opportunity is presenting itself, but through a door that is so unexpected. So you've done the heavy lifting part of everything. You made the commitment, and you opened the door and said, "What the heck am I waiting for?" And the rest is in God's hands.
I know. Now I'm just left here saying, what the heck is everyone else waiting for?
Because, you know what? Because that's their journey, and this is yours.
I know it is. But sometimes, I know you know what I mean when I say this.
Oh, completely.
I sometimes just feel like I'm speaking a whole nother language than everyone else.
Welcome to my world, darling.
And I don't say that because I'm saying, I'm better, or I'm on a different level than anyone else. I just feel like I communicate, and just like you said earlier, it's like I'm speaking a foreign language, and they don't get it,
And not only that, but it's very odd for somebody that is as naturally even-tempered as you are. You're not an angry person, and you are surrounded by a whole bunch of people that would throw their mother under the bus for a nickel, or elbow people out of the way to get their ego stroked. And it's kind of like, what is wrong with them? What is everybody the aggression that's around you is so astonishing to me. It's kind of like, what the heck is this nice girl doing in a place like that? I mean,
well, like you said, I think, it's growing pains. And sometimes I think when you're around people who their intention is to grow, they get tested more heavily. And because they get tested so heavily, they're learning that they're not necessarily in control of themselves yet, but that comes out so much more, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess aggressively than other people who could just care less, because their growth is faster. They have to be tested harder. So
but the other interesting part is, I've always thought, why does anyone care what someone else thinks of them? We're each here for our own journey. When I was a little girl, my mother asked me what I wanted to do when I grew up. And I said, "Mommy, if I can touch one person's life and make it better, I could die tomorrow and I would be happy." And I must have been 3, 4, 5. maybe.
Mhm.
And she came over and put her arms around me and she said, "Well, we don't want you to die, baby girl, but just remember, man plans and God unplans."
Wow.
Yeah. And I am so grateful God unplanned my life because I wanted to be a lawyer to put the bad guys away. I just didn't hear God laugh at that moment when I said I wanted to be a lawyer. It's like, no,
No, we have
Karen.
this other thing.
Yeah. And Jonathan, Kelly, and Barbara all know that I've been doing this work since I'm 10 and a half years old. And when people would say to me, I mean, for years, so what do you do? And I'd say I'm a psychic, and they'd go, right. So what do you really do? And I would say, no, I'm not a cashier by day and a psychic at night. That is what I do. And they would go, really? Well,
By the way,
really?
Rachel, I have a question. When is your birthday? When is your birthday?
My birthday?
Yes.
It's 9/17/1978.
Oh, you're right
Okay,
before
I'm
mine.
going to put you on the calendar.
Are we
9/17.
are we both
Let me put
Virgos?
No, I'm a Libra, but I have 6 planets ruled by Venus in my chart. But all my
Oh wow.
all my work planets are in the house ruled by Virgo.
Oh.
That's why I'm
So
very,
you're still a
very.
homebody.
Uh-huh.
You still like the comforts of home.
Oh yeah. Are you kidding? With a Taurus ascendant? No kidding.
Oh jeez, yeah. Do
It's
you
like,
leave your
come on
comfy
down.
couch ever?
Yeah, actually I do.
Begrudgingly.
You know what? But I really it's so nice when I do go out because I work from home. I used to have an office space, and it was so people couldn't understand that it was such personal work in this public office building. You know, it's like, you do what? And I think to myself, does it matter? I've read for people on airplanes, you know, in restaurants, and in my living room. When I wrote my book, it's called My Life Across the Table. And the truth is, that is exactly what it was, because for many years I used to read in my home, and people would come and sit across the dining room table from me. And everywhere else that I lived, I would sit in a chair and they would sit on the sofa, and there was a coffee table between us. And it's like, so it was always across the table.
Well, that's wonderful that
Great.
you've had the opportunity to have such an inspiring life and to
You
show
know what,
others that they
sweetheart?
don't need to be afraid of their true vocation.
Yes, and you are finally stepping into Rachel. It's like, yes. And Kelly and Barbara and I have done some real wild choreography on the Happy Dance. So we will gladly share it with you.
I'm taking it seriously now. I'm really going to have something for you guys when you come.
I'm telling you,
I'm
we
okay.
are.
Yeah.
So promise us you will stay in touch and let us know.
Oh, sure, I'll be happy. Well, I don't know if Kelly told you that Brian and we've been friends since high school. So, you know, I was very honored when he asked me to be on the show and get to connect with Kelly, whom he's told me so much about, and it's
They don't
lovely to
come
meet and chat with you too.
They don't come any sweeter than she is, honey.
I
Aw,
can tell. I can tell. She's
It's
got a
the
sweet
truth.
soul.
She is
Oh,
so
thank
sweet.
you.
I mean, this is the Jonathan, Kelly, and Barbara. I thank God every day that the four of us were put together because they are so lovely, all of them. And it's like, it literally is like family, only better.
Yeah. Chosen family.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And I got two sisters and a brother, in the deal. And I love all of them. So.
Me too.
We feel the same about you.
Oh, thanks, sweetheart. But Rachel, you will see. Kelly's a spectacular girl and has the most beautiful heart.
Oh
yeah, he's very lucky. They're both lucky.
It's cute. They're pretty adorable.
And I'm supposed to threaten you and say if you break Brian's heart, then make some cutty signs towards my throat. But I might have to say it to him instead about you, Kelly.
He's a pretty sweet guy, though.
Yeah,
he is. He's wonderful.
And honest to God, Rachel, I have said to Kelly that it truly feels like God put them together. That is exactly what I got chills again. That's exactly what it feels like to me, that they were meant to be together, and that is God's hands.
Yeah, we definitely have both been through a lot of stuff, and it's helped us to be able to appreciate each other even more.
Doesn't get better than that, darling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People sometimes look at their difficulties in life and their challenges, from such a negative perspective, but they're really just meant to be situations to help you grow as a person. And
Absolutely.
I know that Brian has grown so much in his life, and he deserves happiness, and I can tell that you are really good for him. And I haven't even got to meet you yet, but I just feel it from you. You just have such even over here in Utah, I feel your vibe.
I love that.
Awesome. Thank you. I feel yours too. And you have a very beautiful vibe. This is like,
vibes know no time or distance.
Isn't that the truth, sweetheart? Isn't that the truth?
Wow. And I was just going to say that Rachel sounds a lot like Robin, my friend from Seattle.
Isn't that funny?
Yes.
Wow.
I wonder if Kelly thinks that too, or Johnny thinks that, or something. Sharon may not know Robin as well as. Sorry, I'm at the airport. Let me put it back on mute. But Rachel, please do. I want to know, where are you going? Where are you traveling to? What happened? Come back and tell us, please.
Yeah,
I'm going to Mexico in 2 or 3 weeks. If
Have
that
a wonderful time, sweetheart.
Thanks.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
You will have your
See, right on the
ready.
money. She said just a few weeks. The trip's already being planned.
That is so nice.
Without railings, without banisters.
Oh, gosh, yes. Barbara fell down.
Inside joke.
Yeah, so, yeah, be careful if they don't have any railings on those stairs.
Well, please let us know how you are. Tell Brian I said, hey, dude.
I bet he's listening right now.
Hi, Brian, if you're listening.
Hi, Brian, babe. I'll talk to you later.
Well, I can't wait to hear about your adventures.
Me
well,
too.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm serious.
You know what? I know we will. I know we will meet sometime.
Good.
Oh, you guys are definitely going to meet.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I'm looking forward to it so much. This is going to be awesome.
I love it. I love it. Another member of the family. Hi, Rachel.
Just coalescing together in the light.
Isn't that the truth, honey?
Oh,
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
It's that time right now. Right now is the time for people who are in the light to start coming together and magnify that
Well,
outward and start calling other people.
I have to say something, okay? Jonathan started this over a year ago. Okay, how long is it now, Jonathan?
Well, about 12 years I've had the show.
Is it that long? I was 4 years old when you started the show. I can't say it with a straight
face. I was 12 years old.
Wow, that's amazing.
But
was he?
Now, if you're
did he not have
Kelly? That is about a year ago.
Okay, what it has blossomed into in that year? I know you longer because we had spoken a couple of times before you met Kelly, and all of a sudden it's like all the people. Jonathan really was on to something when he created this. And then when he met Kelly, it's like they recognized each other. And then Barbara, and it was kind of like, oh, my God, they're like the dynamic trio, So when you say bringing the light to, you better believe it. You better believe it. Because it's time, and God knows the world needs it now.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
Yep. So promise us you will stay in touch.
Yeah, I will be happy to stay in touch, and I really look forward to getting to know each of you a little bit better.
Yay!
Good.
Awesome. Thank you. What a nice
Where are you from? I'm in Utah, and I know that Kelly's in the Midwest. But is it okay? Is it appropriate to ask where you are all at?
Well, Barbara and I are in California.
California girl.
I'm in Michigan. I'm like an hour away from Brian.
Wow,
and
look at
Jonathan's
it.
in Florida.
All the coasts are represented here. That's amazing.
Yay!
Great Lakes, yay. We have that checking in. Yeah. And just an hour away from Brian, so it's like perfect.
That
it's
is
a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
What a great reading. So that's exciting, and we're glad that we met you, Rachel, and you're awesome. Another member of our Life, Laughter, Happiness community. So we are here for you, no matter what.
Thank you. You know what? I travel out to California frequently, so if you want to connect through Kelly, I'm happy to give you my info. And if I'm ever out in your area and you want to get together, just let me know.
Oh,
and you can find us on Facebook.
We're going to be getting together for a
you know my name, right?
Karen?
You know my name, Rachel?
It's Karen, correct?
Karen Page.
Karen
Page,
yeah.
Mhm. And as much as I tried going into witness protection program, I'm too easy to find.
Well, you have the stunning red hair, so I mean,
that's
too
me. Me and Kelly are the two redheads in the group.
Yeah. Yeah.
You only need to know one thing. You guys, it's so easy now. You only need to know one thing to find everybody.
Life, Laughter, Happiness group.
Yes, yeah. LifeLaughterHappiness.com, our website, and then it'll send you to the Facebook, Instagram. Now we have Johnny's getting Twitter, I think today, and it sends you to our YouTube with our list of oh, you have it? Great. So now we're on Twitter, and it sends you to our list of all of our shows where you can find your own show that you now have. And you can listen to the guided meditation anytime because we need that.
Kelly does fabulous guided meditations, by the way.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. I would definitely love to hear some of it.
There's a bunch of them online that she's done, and you would love these.
Awesome. Well, Rachel, do you want to stay on the line, and we will take some callers so you can listen into what Karen has in store for them?
That
You okay
sounds
with that?
wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, that's lovely.
Are you ready for a caller? Ready to take a caller?
Sure.
Okay, area code 386. You're on the air.
Hello, Karen. How are you?
Well, my theory, every day is a good day.
Absolutely.
I figure if I
Absolutely.
wake up in the morning and most of my parts work, I have nothing to complain about.
Exactly. I had a sign on my wall for a long time till I moved it. I think it's still in a box, but it said every day is a miracle.
Isn't that the truth, sweetheart? Isn't that the truth?
It sure is.
What's your name?
My name's Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi.
So, what is your question?
Well, do you see when I'm going to start, get the go ahead to start working on the job that my bid was just accepted, my proposal. I found out a couple weeks ago, but they're waiting on the go ahead for a start date.
Well,
I'm
it's
anxious
going
to
to
get
be.
it going.
You're looking at about 3 weeks.
Oh.
Okay. And there'll be periodic updates between now and then. But that's just the beginning. It's literally just the beginning. This is going to roll into other projects. I love this.
That's why I'm very anxious to get started. Do you see other?
But wait.
Please.
1 second. Okay. Please don't be anxious because I would rather it happen at the right time and when they are fully ready. Okay. Than for them to say, yeah, come in, and then it starts this stop, go. That is definitely not what you want. And you're going to have 2 other things. One is a project that it feels like somebody you spoke to a long time ago that will have, this is a funny way of putting it, but a long shelf life. It'll probably be about a 2-year project that you'll be very well paid for. But it's a building process over a couple of years. And then there's this one that you're waiting for. I like it.
Okay. Good. Yeah, I've got to get some cash flow moving.
Oh, sweetheart. Well, you had a big pit open up that just kind of sucked everything away. And this has been a really difficult 8 months. I mean, where you're kind of going, you got Peggy Lee running around in your head singing, "Is that all there is?" I mean, it's like, now what the heck am I supposed to do?
Yep. I'm thinking, what is going on here? What are all the delays?
You're almost there, and I want you to enjoy these last few days that you have of not being. We need this now. We have 2 days to get this part done and that part done, and not under pressure, because what you do is not something that is casual, and they kind of go, no problem, take your time.
Right.
So I want you to enjoy these days, okay? Because you're not going to have all this free time for much longer.
I could enjoy them if I had some money to enjoy them with, so I could leave the house.
Yeah, but you know what? I want you to just enjoy it being, and being able to be quiet and to be able to sit and to be able to look outside and go for a walk. And do you know what I mean? Because you're not going to have a lot of free time. You're going to have a lot of deadlines and pressure coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to enjoy these days.
Okay.
All right? And don't be sad and don't be in a hurry. You're almost there. It's like a nanosecond in the overall scheme of things.
Mm-hmm.
You're through the most difficult part, and you will not ever go through this again, by the way. You're coming into a time of tremendous financial security. So
thank
please
goodness.
Rest your heart.
Okay, you just made my day.
Oh, good. I love that. See?
That's what I was looking to hear. Is I'm not going to keep going through this over and over and over.
Oh no, sweetheart.
Because it makes no sense.
You got the lesson. And now you understand that you need because you're going to be making a lot of money. The long 2-year project that I see coming up, I'm not talking about only the one we're waiting for in 3 weeks, but this 2-year project that will be a building process, that's money that you'll be able to tuck away and not touch. Because the other one that comes in the next 3 weeks, you'll be fine. That covers everything else.
Nice.
So rest your heart, my friend Cindy.
Oh, thank you. You gave me so much relief.
Yay! Yeah, I can hear the difference in your voice. It's like, you can come out now. Go ahead, my friend. You can smile. And, we want to share the happy dance with everybody, so you can borrow our moves.
Nice. And do you see me moving, staying in my same location here for a while, or do you see me making a residential move?
Well, it feels like you're going to be there until at least the end of next April before there's even a serious consideration about moving. And then it feels like it'll be a very personal choice if you want to move. You're not going to be forced to move.
Okay. Yeah, I want to move. I want to get my own place because I rent here. And but my horses are in a different location, which is very hard because I've never been separated from them.
You will be able to take care of that, sweetheart. But it's probably going to be until the end of next April before you can actually say, I can do this now. But it feels like it is your choice to do that. It doesn't feel like you're going to have to move. It feels like it's your choice and it's something that you will want to do.
Where my horses are, that lady, it's a vacant property. It's a friend of mine, and she's moved out of state already and bought a new.
Can I ask you an interesting question? It's funny. This is an odd description, but you'll know what I mean. Is the house charming?
Which one?
The one on the property. I know it
the
needs.
One on the,
yeah.
The one on the property where the horses are?
Yes.
Yes, I like it. It's very nice and spacious. It's older, but it's very.
Yes, I know it's older and it needs a little updating, but it's very charming.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's very charming. Has a wraparound porch and
that's
Western
your house,
decor
darling. That's your house.
It is?
Yeah.
She's got somebody right now trying to get financing for it. She doesn't know if they'll be able to.
That's not going to happen. That's your house.
Okay.
Save your breath.
I told her I'm trying to raise money to buy it, but I got to get.
Tell her you are raising money. Period. Not trying. Okay.
Okay.
And
nice.
she would rather you have it because you get her, and she'd rather not sell it to a stranger.
I know.
So
yeah, we're friends, and I was concerned about if she sold it, I've got to find another place for the horses.
Well, that doesn't feel like that's going to happen. And besides, forgive me, but the guy that's trying to buy it is a creep. There's no nice way to say that. He feels like a creep, You know those people that are only nice when they want something? That's what he feels like. As I always say, the only thing he lacks is sincerity.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you might.
I would love to buy that place because I do love it, and
well, the house
there's plenty of room for my horses.
And the house is charming, and I want you to have another conversation with her. Okay. About it. Because she's not real excited about selling it to him. And please have another conversation with her.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, I will. Thank you.
Okay, my friend. Please let us know.
I certainly will. Thank you so very much.
You are welcome, and give your horses big hugs from Auntie Karen.
I will.
All right, dear.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, area code 616. You're on the air.
Hey, Aunt Karen.
Hey, who's this?
It's Brian.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Hey. Oh, I'm wonderful. Hi, Rachel.
You know, I have heard that rumor.
Hey, Brian.
Hey. Kelly.
What news,
Kelly. Hey, cutie pie.
Hey. Hey there, babe.
Well, thank you for introducing your friend Rachel to us. What a lovely girl.
Absolutely. And you know, I knew she would be a great fit with the show, but then I started listening. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, she's already one of you."
That's exactly what it felt like.
Kelly and I are Facebook messaging each other right now about healing techniques. For the record.
All right, I'll turn on my hotspot, and then I'm going to get in the shower.
That is so cool.
I love it.
But yeah, I just made it in here right at 8:00. Got out of my, my regular shirt and tie, the stuff I wear, my day clothes, and then got into something. And I was just able to get right in at 8:00 and back from looking at hopefully the last property that I will have to look at because I believe that I have found it.
Isn't that a beautiful thing?
Yeah.
Great.
Well,
What
it's all about timing.
Did he find it?
I
was
think
just going to say, it's all about timing. Yes.
Yeah, it was, and it's funny because just to give you a little background.
Well, 1 second, Brian. It's weird because it feels like every single thing. There was always something wrong with the other ones. Off about it. You know what I mean? It's like,
Kelly
well, I could. Honest to God, it feels like you'd look at them and go, well, I could do that. I could. Okay, we could make that work. And I mean, but it was always something that came with a headache.
Oh my
this
gosh.
one.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I get chills. This one, it feels like you walked in and went, "I'm home. This is it."
Right.
And everything about it. It's so interesting. Yeah.
Everything.
I love that.
And it was interesting because honestly, I was talking to a friend at lunch and I was just like, you know what? Seriously, I don't even know why I'm excited about it because it's just way too good to be true.
But it was exactly real. And you kind of went, oh my God, pinch me.
I mean, it's not a sure thing yet. I mean, talked to.
Oh, sorry, did I just say that?
Well, thank you.
You are the perfect. This is the perfect match.
I think
it is.
I think so.
Yeah. It's the perfect match.
But it's funny
not
because
just on your end, but on their end.
It's interesting you say that because from the outside looking in, somebody might think, okay, this is what's wrong with this picture. It's owned by a young lady who's a medical student. She lives out of state. And she owns this with her parents. So her parents kind of are running it. And is somebody building a house?
I was just going to say, what is that noise?
I was wondering too.
It sounds like a blender.
It sounds like somebody's banging cans in their kitchen sink.
Or they're making a shake or something, and it's not me.
No.
You're right. Yeah, it is, Kelly. I know. It's the only thing you eat. You eat nothing but shakes.
No, I've been eating that lovely casserole that you're afraid of.
Yay!
Oh yeah, the one that I'm scared of.
See, the shakes get blamed for everything.
Yeah, she's like, oh, free. I'm like, oh, hey, that looks better, because she doctored it a bit. you know.
Well, of course.
And she's like, well, I'll freeze. She's like, I'll freeze some, so when you come down for this weekend, you could try some. I'm like, that's okay.
I'm good, honey. Yeah. That's funny.
I do like your cooking better, but yeah, I'm learning.
It's very funny.
Yeah.
You're great, hon. You're great.
Thank you.
I know all your culinary expertise goes towards all your wonderful kids.
See?
Yeah.
What's important, Brian?
Yes. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I have to remind her to eat, but she's fed all the dragons and gliders and everything.
Well, but I have to tell you, at a certain point in life, there is that moment. I go through the same thing with my boyfriend. He says to me, "You need to eat," and I go, "Don't worry, I will." You know,
yeah, I just ate. Yeah, I ate yesterday.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
That's right. What's the matter?
Yeah.
Right.
And he'll say,
well,
"Do you want some of this? You need to have some of that." And I'll go, "Honey, I'm not hungry. Thank you."
Well, here's the thing. When Kelly gets around me, I'm such a chow hound that I think some of that kind of rubs off on Kelly, and she actually will eat when I'm around her. But when I'm not around her, she doesn't.
Well,
yeah.
It's more interesting when you're there. It becomes a shared adventure. You see what I mean?
No comment.
And forgive me, I love Pandora and all the other babies, but you're a much more interesting conversationalist than they are. They live in their head.
They're pretty interesting. And we have a lot of fun with them. We have a ton of fun
I know
with
that.
them.
I know that.
But anyway, so I digress. So this house, beautiful house. I mean, it's got the kitchen is amazing, and
yes, it is.
all updated appliances. A huge commercial freezer, refrigerator built into the wall. I mean, I'm just like went in there and I'm in heaven. And the other two young ladies who live there are two young medical students. And I'm like, oh boy, they're not going to want some 43-year-old dude, you know. Like,
you know what? They're so
busy.
They're fine with it. They don't care.
And you know, that's exactly what I call her the mom, the owner's mother. She met me and she said, they are at school during the day. They come home, they, freshen up, grab a couple things, and they're out the door again until 10, 11
true.
at night.
I mean,
and so I'm like,
this feels like the perfect balance.
Yeah.
I like it.
And,
Yay!
I think, and she, and she was like, I kind of, it was interesting because I kind of had this feeling today, and you know what I mean.
I've heard of that. Yeah. Yeah, Kelly and I have talked about that and tried to
a little
understand what that means.
Yeah. So I typed up this kind of little self bio of myself.
Good for you.
I put in a couple of I put in some personal references. I put in a little bio. I put things that have been written about me. I actually put in the bio from the show and talked about I was interviewed on a internet radio show, and I plugged you guys.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
BrianIsTheBoss.com.
Right.
Very funny.
Yeah, because, my ego and everything, right?
No. You have one of those?
There's nothing wrong with shameless plugs.
Hey, I'm trying to. I'm working. It's a constant challenge.
It's like, what's that word? Right.
And I plugged my
so humble.
I plugged my sober gaming group in it. I put
Good
our
for
logo down
you.
there and put the picture down with me with the award that I got standing next to my sign and everything when that awards night that I got. And
That's so nice.
So it's very cool. And I'm like, boy, I'm really putting it out there, because it's like normally people wouldn't do this, just going
but
into
you know what, and that you met the mom, that means a lot.
And you know what? She saw that. I handed that to her.
That's exactly
and
right.
She just was like, I
love
this. She's like,
you're her pick. And she carries a lot of weight. You know, her opinion matters.
Yes.
So
yes.
I'm not worried about
so
that.
True.
You know,
okay.
it just feels like the perfect fit, and that every part of it. Not only that, but that the girls aren't home very much, and they feel like they are so busy. I mean, don't be surprised when you see both of them wearing roller skates all the time. Okay, I mean, because
and also, you know, I on the one hand, on the pragmatic side, you know, I told Mom that you know, I said, hey, you know, I've been a homeowner before, because she talked about, you know, we gotta tell them to, like, hey, maybe pick up some sticks or something, and there's a bin out by the road and everything, and all this, and
they won't have to tell you.
Right, exactly. I'm like, you know what? If something happens, and they live out maybe about 20 minutes away, so they don't want to have to come into town every time something needs to. I'm like, just text me if you need the lawn mowed or something, because she's like, yeah, that's something they're kind of supposed to take care of, but we just kind of do it. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just take care of that. And I said, you know what? Even if something like a pipe breaks, I said, I know what to do. I'm not going to run around here with my, you know, shaking my hands, you know.
I rest my case.
Yeah.
And since Mom has a lot to say, I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
It's
yeah,
like
that
this
was the only
feels
thing
like
she
the
said,
right. Well, it feels like
the
perfect fit on both sides. You're exactly.
Yeah, it does.
They're a perfect tenant, and this is every part about this feels like it's perfect. It's in the perfect location. The house is beautiful.
Oh my gosh! You know what?
Yeah.
It's literally, and I'm like, are you serious? It's literally a 5-minute walk to, like, the best AA meeting hall in Grand Rapids.
Wow.
I can hit a meeting every night if I want to, and it's just down the road.
How nice is that?
It's awesome. It's like, oh my gosh, this is what I needed.
You know, that's a God wink, Brian.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's totally a God wink. That's like, excuse me,
and
over here. You know.
I'll tell you another thing, and see, that's the one thing. She's like, well, I've still got to talk to my daughter, which I think, like you said, you know, a lot of pull still, but I think she's going to be like, yeah, met this guy, take him as a tenant.
Well, the mother is a very good judge of character.
Yes.
And she does not suffer fools gladly, the mother.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were not who you presented yourself to be, and you came in and were Mr. Hey, you know, then you'd have a whole different story going on here. But she gets people, you know.
Okay.
So I'm not worried about this even a little bit, because you will be her pick of the litter.
Yeah, and she right when I came in, and she was like, I just need to tell you, she said, this has been empty for longer than we've wanted, because she said, honestly, we've turned a couple people away that were just not good fits.
Yep. So
that's
you are.
Yep. And then this is almost a non-issue, but it's one thing that I did want to address. I just, being of, you know, I didn't want Kelly to worry about anything, you know, being that I'm moving into a a house with a couple of young ladies, and I didn't want her to worry. And well, it's something I know that enters her mind. I'm not stupid.
No, you've never been accused of that.
But I know she trusts me. I know she trusts me.
Not only that, but if that was an issue, we wouldn't be having this conversation. If that was an issue.
Exactly.
And you wouldn't have spoken to her about it. You wouldn't have told her about it if you were trying to be Mr. Smooth. There is none of that. And these are, forgive me, but these are kids.
Right.
And
exactly.
there's nothing there, and they're very self-involved. So I'm not worried about any of that.
Yeah. You're funny thing. You're reading my mind.
And forgive me, but to them, we're all old.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, they're probably going to look at me like, oh, I'm living with my uncle or something.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
Fine.
So I'm not worried about that.
That's how I want them to look at. Maybe
well, you know what?
Maybe
you guys
they'll
will
see
hardly
me as,
ever see each other.
Sure. Yeah.
So no worries.
Okay. Cool. Wonderful.
Save your
Sounds
energy.
Wonderful. Cool.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, me too.
That's a beautiful thing, Mr. Brian.
Hey, so moving on, and I hope is it okay? Can I ask another question?
Sure.
Okay, so as you know, I love what I do. Love
I've
where
heard
I work
that rumor.
and work for a wonderful organization with wonderful people.
Right.
However, sometimes personalities clash. Okay, most of the time personalities clash.
You mean that thing that starts with an E and ends with an O, and there's a G in the middle? You mean those things? Obviously myself included, because that's what I'm actually asking. What I'd like to, I'm kind of like to do a little experiment. Okay, I remember, in fact, I've had a talk with another guy today, and I said, you know what? I said a great friend and mentor of mine says, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Be happy. That's exactly right. And see, but the thing is what I'm trying not to do is I don't want to get what I'm asking is, like, I'm going to do a little experiment here at work, and I want to, it's like, okay, stop trying to be right and try to just Bingo.
try
Bingo.
I'm trying to think of some okay. Yeah, I'm wondering, should I jump through the hoops and everything, even though and I don't want to get that reputation. I never want to get that reputation. I know.
You mean the one that blows smoke up everybody's butt?
Not that, but just I don't want to be walked on. I don't want to
I want you. Wait a minute.
Jump when somebody says, "Here, I need this," or "I need that."
But Brian, okay, it's not about that. Okay, if you love what you do, okay, then do it. It doesn't mean you have to be all things to all people. Mm-hmm. Okay, you don't always. It's not a contest. Okay, and they know the people, the ones that actually whose opinion matters there. They know that you are very reliable, and that if they really need something done right, you're the one they'll ask.
Yeah.
So you need to do what is comfortable, and let some of the other, I call them the puppy dogs. I'll get it.
Yeah.
I'll get it. Let them do it. Who cares? Trust me, that, unless it's something that is absolutely the right thing for you to do, you don't have to do everything. You're running yourself into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And and they like you there, by the way.
Okay? Oh, yeah.
And then there are the other 3 or 4 that are so insanely jealous. The ones that go, who does he think he is? That's their problem, not yours.
Unfortunately, that's what I think of them too.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was just going to say it's not like you're trying to be their friend or something. So calm down.
I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to. I just wish that one or two people in particular would just stay out of things that they have nothing to do with and create issues and waste everybody's time where I have to go and put out these
wait
fires.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the heavier or bigger one of the two, okay, it feels like they're about to move along.
Well,
and that's, yeah, it feels like they're going to have just an opportunity to get out of there that they can't resist. It's going to be
the
offered
opportunity
to them.
will be. I think the opportunity. I don't mean to be so blunt, but will be death because.
It's going to be something like that because it feels like it's not their choice. Because
yes, it might be health. It might be. Because she's been here with this organization forever, literally.
Yeah.
And she probably should have retired long ago, but she has refused.
Yeah, but she doesn't have, what would she do, honey? She doesn't have a life.
No, this is her life.
This is her
right.
life.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes.
but it feels like she's going to get an opportunity she can't refuse, which feels like it's not her choice.
Mm-hmm.
The choice will be made for her.
Oh,
but
okay.
There's no nice way to say that,
Right.
And I'm not so sure it's her permanently clocking out, but it's going to be something that takes her out of this, out of your work environment and away from this job.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is she's supposed to be away from my
like
work
a
environment,
but
she has wiggled herself back into my environment because she's been here longer than any.
I don't care. It's it's temporary at this point. Save your energy. Be your regular nice self. Okay. And don't worry about her, honey. She's on a short clock now.
Okay. You know what? I've actually wondered that myself, and in the beginning, before I made this other move, before I got my last promotion, I actually thought that I was maybe in the future being groomed for her position.
Which is very possible.
Maybe, but that's way down the road.
Definitely, no, it's not. And she's definitely leaving.
Okay.
Okay. And it feels like it is and I can't, I mean, I'm just going to say it again. It does not feel like it's her choice, but she does not have a choice.
Right, because basically time and basically the job has outgrown her. The old ways of doing things are changing, and
there are two people at the helm that it is time. It is time to help her get out of there.
Wow.
Because when I tell you the decision, the decision is not hers.
Right.
And she's had 72 opportunities to leave graciously. They're going to help her do that. And because she just feels gone.
Wow, that makes so much sense. I think the reason for a lot of this behavior that is kind of shifted is because it is because
one of them in particular felt very sorry for her, but now it's gotten to the point where the two of them are having to carry her and make excuses for her, and she alienates a lot of people.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
There is, I mean, you're in good company, man. And they are going to sit down and have a little coffee clutch and kind of go, we got to do something. And it feels like that's when the decision is made. And you'll see it's on its way. So you just be your regular sweet self and do what you need to do. Because
I'm glad because I started getting a little bit, not I don't know if but I had kind of changed my attitude because it's like, you know what, I don't have to take this, and I
but
became,
don't do that.
and I let go of who I was when I began this position.
Yeah, and you know, she is who she is, and I
Yes.
want you to step back, and I want you to look at this through different eyes. Look, you have a big life ahead of you. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And tremendous joy in your life.
Oh,
I want
definitely.
you to step back, and I just got chills. And I want you to look at her. Okay.
Okay.
She is almost at the end of her life. This is a woman that is unhappy from morning till night.
Wow.
And this job is her life. It is what defines her. It is the only place that she is accepted. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you know what? God bless her. She had a great run for a long time.
Absolutely.
And now, you know, they will. One of them is going to be indelicate, and the other one is going to be very nice and suggest that she do some volunteer work. But that she has outgrown this job, and it's time to make some changes. And yeah, it's going to be done in as nice a way as they can, and she's going to be her regular. You can't do this. Okay, Miss Charming.
I don't know. I think she might be a little more gracious than that because
I'm not so sure,
the two
honey.
People,
no,
people that you're okay. But let me move on to the two people you're talking about. They're very gracious people, and
but one of them is going to be less. One of them is going to be less so than the other.
Yeah, definitely. I know that for sure.
And she has taken advantage of their kindness several times before. And now it is, you know, there's an old expression, when one person tells you you're drunk, you don't have to believe them. But when 2 or 3 people tell you you're drunk, you need to go home and sleep it off. And they've heard over and over again about her charm with people, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's at a tipping point, you know. So she forgets that she's not the boss.
Oh, my gosh.
So I'm not worried about her, Brian. And
you know, I've
actually
had to let her know literally.
That she's not the boss.
I've had to.
Yeah.
Yes, I've had to let her know you are not. I've had to say.
And don't worry about that because it is almost over, and you need to just whistle while you work right now because it'll all be fine very shortly here. Okay.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yay.
Okay. All right.
So nice to be able to talk to you again.
Oh, always. All righty.
That's great. Okay,
Right.
Brian. I'm glad that you found a home, and it's probably going to work out for
this
you.
is going to be
a
happy time. Yep.
That's wonderful. Okay.
Right.
Well, you know what is so funny is I was getting, now that we have Twitter, I was getting a direct message, and it was saying that there was another Brian that he's been waiting all week to talk to Karen. Another Brian.
That's hilarious.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then I thought,
Brian,
wait, is this all message from this Brian? I'm like, no.
Kelly can teach you to do our happy dance, so, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do a different happy dance.
Oh, I think so.
Okay.
A couple of them.
Okay.
No comment.
Well, Johnny, did that person call in? Did you see a 480
I do not see
code?
anybody. I don't see anybody with the area code that you're describing. No.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Well, it's okay.
Well, as they say, film at 11.
Are you
Nice
sure
to be
you
wanted,
know
though.
another one or?
You take care, sweetie, okay?
All
and
right.
Jonathan, I'm ready for another person.
Okay,
Bring
do
him
I
on.
put another call on? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Bring it on.
954 area code, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, it's Mary.
Hi, Mary. How are you, dear?
Oh, I'm okay. I spoke to you last month.
I thought I remembered you.
Yes, and since then I'm almost finished reading your first book, From Across the Table.
Yes.
And it's a real page turner. I can't put it down. It's great. And
yep.
You are so detailed, and it's just amazing, one chapter after another to confirm.
I'm reading it right now too. I love it too.
Oh,
are you going to have another one soon?
I got the audio version, and I love it.
I hope you have another one soon. I want to read your next book.
I'm working on it, darling.
Okay. We spoke about my health issue,
yes.
and I wrote everything down, and I have a referral to a new specialist that I have never been to, a type of specialist, and I'm really getting very restless because the condition just keeps feeling worse all the time.
And
I'm wondering if this is heading me in the right direction, or
please,
you have any.
Please make the phone call right now.
Oh, it's already scheduled.
Okay, sweetheart. Because it's very interesting because this is a doctor that thinks outside the box.
Good.
Yeah, and they will hear you. And I have to tell you, when you walk into an office, a doctor's office, you get the feeling of what they're. You know exactly what I mean. It's kind of like they either have, a spoke up their butt and think they're the center of the universe, or they're people just like us.
Yeah.
And these feel like people just like us.
Good.
And they work really hard, but they're very, very kind. Very kind. And they will hear you.
And is this where you see me getting help from?
Oh, my God, yes. And there will be another complimentary specialist brought in by this office, and they together will be able to help you because it feels like it's twofold, okay? But, wow, am I excited for you.
Oh, I hope so, because I've been in such pain for so long.
Oh, honey, this is...
minute of the day.
You're finally on your way.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so excited for you. I can't tell you.
How soon will I get some relief?
Honey, when's your appointment?
It's next week.
Good. Well, probably
I jumped right on it and made the appointment.
Probably within 4 days after the first time you've been to to see them.
Wow, it's Monday actually, Monday.
Yep.
The 19th.
By the end of that week, you'll start feeling better.
Oh my God, it would be like a miracle right now.
Isn't it time, honey?
It definitely. Oh my God, yes.
I mean, forgive me, but after 7 years, it's like enough already. Come on.
It's a nightmare, right? I just don't live the same life anymore.
You're about to get your life back, sweetheart. And please do me a favor, give them big hugs for me.
Oh, I definitely will. And
because this is a whole different experience that actually they get it.
Oh, boy. So many of them don't. I canceled
I know.
the appointments. They were so rude.
Yeah, don't we love that?
I have one other thing I have to ask.
Sure.
I have a car that I've been struggling with and trying to get it fixed, and I just don't have the finances to get another one right now, and I'm really concerned because it's got some big things it needs help with.
I know you're going to laugh at me.
Or what's going to happen?
Well, you have sort of an angel on your shoulder, and there's a guy that you know that says, "Oh my God, my cousin or stepbrother or something like it feels like once removed. Oh, he can do that. He can fix that." And it feels like rather than costing you $800, it'll cost you $80.
Wow.
I
Because
mean,
I just got an estimate, and they told me like $900.
That's exactly what it feels like. And this guy feels like, oh, I love working on cars. Sure, I know what this is. I can do this. No problem.
So
and
somebody's going to refer me to this guy?
Yes.
Or?
Yes, and it's somebody that you know.
Oh.
It's so off the cuff, you know, and it'll come literally out of the dear blue.
Oh, good.
And the guy, and it's funny because the guy that I see working on the car looks like I want to say it feels like he lives out of the city. Okay, he lives quite a distance out of the city, but he loves coming in and working, and he'll do it right there. It's like, sure, no problem, whatever you need, I can do that. And
I
he
called
is
somebody
so
like that, but
nice.
he never got back to me.
Honey,
That's
this one is going to come through somebody that you know, and it feels like they're related to them, to the person that you know. But it's not like, oh, my son or my brother. It's like my stepbrother or my cousin or, you know. And the guy looks like he hasn't changed his clothes in a couple of weeks, and you know,
we got a few of them working on the cars here.
It's funny because he's a little rough around the edges, you know.
Yeah, we got a couple of them, and they just disappeared. If you know what I
well,
mean.
this one's not going to disappear. He's very reliable and as nice can be.
Oh wow, that would be
wonderful. And it's not about the money for him.
Okay.
It's about doing the right thing. You know,
wow.
You'll see. And this is God's hands.
Oh boy.
You know?
Oh yeah, that's miracle number 2. I'm waiting for that one.
It's coming right quick here, darling. Right
wonderful.
quick.
Wonderful. We got to get all these body parts working.
Man, I hear you. Isn't that the truth? It's a drag when they don't work. And
I'm
kind of like,
you.
You know, maybe I can find a new one in a Cracker Jack box or something. You know, it's like.
Yeah. I called about one that was advertised for $500, and they said $500 is just a down payment. You know,
it's like
what?
Okay, I'm
car.
sorry, I didn't see that fine print. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an old car too. I mean, it's not like it's a new car. It's an old car.
Yeah, but you know, honey, this is going to be fine.
Oh, beautiful.
It's coming. And it's so funny because he's almost like this guy is almost like the car psychic. You know, I say it jokingly, but he knows cars like nobody I've ever seen. It's astonishing.
Amazing.
And
wow.
to him, it's not a big deal. It's like, oh, not a problem. Yeah, this can be pretty annoying, and he doesn't talk a lot, but he's really good at what he does and really thorough and very reliable.
Because the other one said they'd have to put it on a lift, and it's a big job.
Save your energy. You know what? Save your energy. This is not that guy.
No.
He knows exactly what he's doing, and nothing is a big deal to him.
Oh, super, super.
Yeah. So rest your heart, my friend.
I will let you know, Karen, and I'm loving that book, and I'm just waiting for the next one.
Thank you, sweetheart. Enjoy.
Thank you. Many blessings to you.
Thank you, sweetheart, and you.
Thanks.
Oh, nice.
Bye-bye. She's so sweet.
Very sweet.
Isn't she sweet?
Such a nice lady. It makes you feel so good just to be a part of something that's helping people, and
she's so lovely, and she just had a rough. I mean, really, it's like, what is wrong with people that they can't like get their cash register for a heart out of the way and do the right thing. You know, it's so weird to me. Of course.
You want to take another call?
Oh, of course.
Area code
sir.
Okay, let's see. The area code 347. You're on the air.
Hello, 347. You're in New York?
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. My name is Aaliyah.
Your name is what, sweetheart?
Aaliyah.
Hello, Aaliyah. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. What's going on? You got a question for me?
Yeah, I'm talking to like 2 people,
You're what, sweet? Honey, I can hardly hear you.
I said I'm kind of like talking to like two people. One is like away as far as like a long distance, and one is like around.
Right.
And I want to know who I should talk to.
Well, the one that's, forgive me, the one that's long distance, I wouldn't trust as far as I could throw them.
Mhm.
Is that clear enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I beg of you to save yourself and step away. Because I do not trust them.
This is not somebody that I.
They what, dear?
It's not the person that's distant. That's not the person that I broke up with, right?
This feels like. Go ahead.
I started talking to her a long time ago. I seen him 2 days ago, but I'm not talking to him anymore.
Oh, no. Is this the one that's at a distance?
Yeah, no, he wasn't around. The one from a distance, he wasn't around. We was just talking on the phone and stuff like here and there.
Oh, no. No. And the one from your past, you need to get re-involved with him like you need a migraine.
Huh?
You need to get re-involved with him like you need a migraine. You hear me?
Get in contact?
Oh, my
Do
goodness.
Do not invite him back into your life, sweetheart. I beg of you.
I'm not.
Please. It concerns me for your physical safety. You hear me?
Yeah. Cause
you know that. What, honey?
Temper, so
you have
I
what?
have a bad temper. A bad temper.
I don't understand what you're saying
Hello?
to me. Hello.
Yeah, I'm saying that I have a bad temper. So when you say like physical, I understand what you mean.
Well, I'm concerned about that he's going to physically harm you. You need to move forward from both of these people. I'm not kidding. You'll meet somebody new, but you need to make room for them in your life.
Yeah.
And
But
honestly,
the one that I'm currently talking to, he works at my job. He seemed like really nice and cool.
Yeah, but doesn't he live with somebody, or isn't he married? It feels like he's in a relationship, honey. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he feels like, he's already had a life.
So he's basically lying.
No, it feels like this is, I want to say even if he's not married, there's still a very powerful connection with this woman that he's been involved with. And it feels like they still, I keep wanting to say, either live together or see each other all the time. It doesn't mean that he's in love with her.
Yeah.
But he doesn't feel free to me. And if you can, it feels like you're going to meet somebody new.
hopefully.
You are, but
honey,
you have to make room for him. And this is somebody that comes, I keep wanting to say clean. And he actually has a real life. And he's been married and he's divorced and he has a couple of, I want to say there were 3 children, but I only see 2, which tells me that one either he's not connected to this child anymore, or he lost the child. But this is a very lovely man that if you asked him what color the sky was, you wouldn't have to walk over to the window to make sure he was telling you the truth. He's a guy that doesn't have a bunch of things to hide, and he doesn't have to misrepresent himself. And I know you're going to laugh at me, but, you're a grown-up. You do not need to be angry anymore. You know what it is to be hurt. You know what it is to love. And you know what it is to be disappointed. Being angry, why would you want somebody that hurt you before anyway? Hello?
Yeah, you're right.
No, I'm serious. It's like a fish will never be a bird, sweetheart. You need to when somebody.
I'm talk to my ex anymore. The last time I was around him, I thought that I was over everything. I thought that I would be able to see him again, but when I saw him again, it was just like everything started coming back.
Well, that's why I'm saying to you, it's like, and you need to stop going backwards, and you need to move forwards. And you better step back and look at what you learned from these relationships. And don't punish anybody new with what somebody in the past did. Okay?
Yeah.
Because you're the only one that it harms. They don't know what the heck you're talking about. That's like, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
So
where do you think I would meet this person?
I know you're going to laugh at me, but it's in the least place you would ever expect it. It feels like really in your everyday life, and it feels like when you're with some friends and you're out, I keep wanting to say shopping or having lunch or just hanging out, being your adorably groovy self, And it feels like he's with a friend of his or his brother, and you guys just start talking, and it feels like you guys look at each other and kind of go, "Hi, how are you? Where you been? What you do?"
Yeah.
And it's like he has such a lovely nature, this man. So it's coming, but you have some house cleaning to do, honey. Emotional house cleaning. Please?
Yeah.
Because you need to let go of all this old stuff and stop recreating the past or carrying it around because it doesn't serve you in your life anymore. That was then and this is now. And I'm sure you heard me say before that if your intention is to stay where you are now, then you can keep doing what you're doing. But if you really want to be happy, then you need to make a few changes. And that means stop going back to the old relationships that didn't work and caused you great heartache. Please?
Mhm.
You hear me?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
Thank you.
You are welcome, darling. You take care of yourself.
Okay.
Bye, sweetie. Let us know.
Okay.
Well, it seems that seems like we're running out of time. But thanks everybody for coming on. Thanks Barbara. Thanks Karen. Thanks Kelly.
Yeah, thank you everyone and callers.
Thank you. This was wonderful.
Yeah, and for Rachel, our special guest.
Yes, thanks, Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel.
And I'm happy to hear
Thank
from
you,
Brian
Rachel.
about his new home that he found. Good for you guys. And everybody seems really happy and doing well. And bye-bye. I'm going to get on an airplane now. Worked out perfectly. Bye, you guys.
Bye, sweetie pie. Travel safe.